right, pop quiz. Airport. Gunman with one hostage. He's using her for cover. He's almost to a plane. You're 100 feet away.
What do you think? Shoot the hostage.
What?
Go for the good wound and he can't get to the plane with her. Clear shot.
You're deeply nuts, you know that?
All right, gentlemen, what we have here are 13 passengers in an express elevator. Bomb's already taken out cables. Bomber wants $3 million or he blows the emergency brakes.
Anything else that'll keep this elevator from falling?
The basement.
He can strike anywhere. At any time.
Will the Mr. Guest please sign in?
Why are they messing with me? Do they think I'm doing this for fun?
For LA cop Jack Traven.
Tell me again, Harry, why did I take this job?
Come on, 30 more years of this, you get a tiny pension and a cheap gold watch.
Cool.
The game began.
Very exciting, Jack. Some close calls, huh?
When someone put the city of Los Angeles to the ultimate test.
Pop quiz, hotshot. There's a bomb on a bus. Once the bus goes 50 miles an hour, the bomb is armed. If it drops below 50, it blows up. What do you do? What do you do?
Now.
Are you insured? Yeah, why?
He's the only solution.
We just got a ransom demand from your terrorist. Says he's rigged the city bus. Where's Jack?
Where do you think?
Stay on or get off.
Get off.
This is much better.
Everybody hold on!
Keanu Reeves. Dennis Hopper. Sandra Bullock.
Pop quiz. You have a hair trigger aimed at your head. What do you do? What do you do?
Speed. Get ready for rush hour.
Speed is an action-adventure thriller movie that was released on June 10th, 1994. This movie is with Keanu Reeves, Sandra Bullock, Jeff Daniels, and Dennis Hopper. It is also really popular. But does it deserve its popularity? Well, let's find out by starting with the story. Okay, the story follows a deranged bomb expert, Howard Payne, who rigs bombs in many places in LA, including an elevator, a subway train, and under a bus. For the bus, the bomb will explode, and if the bus drops below 50 miles per hour, and if the people exit the bus, he will detonate the bomb. It is up to a cop named Jack Traven to try to defuse each bomb and save as many lives as possible. While not exactly the deepest story ever, I think it has some damn good elements about it. Each of these scenarios of Jack trying to defuse bombs are divided into certain sections. The elevator bomb is the beginning, and the subway one is at the end. But the majority of the movie is about the bomb on the bus. This is because the bomb on the bus is way more fucking complicated to try and defuse. Jack himself is a pretty good character. He's a lot more gung-ho than I thought he would be. But hey, you need to be tough if you're up against what he is up against. I also think that the writing in the dialogue is pretty good. Well, for the most part. There are a couple lines in the beginning that were pretty fucking cringe. Like the comment about getting drunk at parties. But some of the best lines come later in the movie. But I will save my favorite ones for later. But perhaps the best aspect about this movie is that it is filled with some really fucking good tension. The scenario of a bomb being attached to a bus is a legitimately terrifying scenario, and the movie shows every emotion that the cops and the people on board the bus would be feeling. Like not believing the cop, finding out he's serious. One even pulls a gun on him because he's afraid. Though it is not explicitly stated, it is implied that that guy is a criminal. But of course, the main crux of the tension is trying to get the bus to stay at 50 miles per hour, or above 50. And running into all the fucking obstacles that could get in the way. Jack expresses a lot of real frustration whenever there is a serious problem that could hinder the bus. But this is shown at its absolute best and most intense when he finds that his partner gets blown up by Wayne. He is rightfully pissed when he finds that out and delivers a really fucking intense line to Wayne. But when things go right, he genuinely seems pretty happy about it, so it has a bit of a balance. I don't really have much to say about the character of Annie, who takes over as the bus driver when the real bus driver gets shot, because to be honest, she is not that deep of a character. But I do like it how she reveals that she lost her driver's license because she was busted for speeding. That actually makes her the perfect person to drive really fucking fast. After playing Wayne's game for way too goddamn long, Jack is like, fuck it, I give up, and just breaks the rules and decides to let the people off the bus. But he also tries to trick Wayne into thinking that the passengers are still on the bus. To quote Machiavelli, it is double pleasure to deceive the deceiver. I'm actually going to give a little bit of a spoiler warning because there is something that I want to discuss about the ending of the movie. So if you have not seen it, skip to the timestamp in the description. When everyone is off the bus and the bus explodes, Annie and Jack are relieved. But Annie says most relationships based on intense feelings never last. You know what? She's right. Love is basically a chemical high that fades away the moment it serves its purpose. What we call love is not eternal. It was never meant to be eternal. So by the end of the movie, Jack says the same thing to Annie, but Annie decides to make it more of a friends with benefits type deal. I fucking love that they went that direction. That is something that I wish more movies would do. While I think the story is pretty good, all things considered, unfortunately the action scenes are not all that good. I mean, there are some explosions, but none of them are really cathartic. Except for maybe the bus exploding at the end, but because there's no one on it. But I don't know if that shit really counts. But I will say the whole section in the subway is my least favorite part of the movie. That is a damn shame because in concept it's a really good idea, but in execution it's pretty shit. Jack and Wayne fight on top of the subway train, and the fight itself is pretty awful. Jack doesn't even fight back most of the time. Most of it is just him getting his ass kicked by Wayne. The way Wayne finally gets taken out is pretty fucking lame too. The details that prevent them from getting off the subway are really irritating and contrived. I don't know what happened when writing this part of the movie. Maybe the writer just kind of gave up at that point. Honestly, if we just had the fight between Jack and Wayne be inside the train car, I wouldn't mind at all. But overall, this was a pretty crummy climax. As for the production values, the cinematography is really fucking good. The editing is pretty well done for the most part. The sound is pretty good. The music is fucking awesome. Mark Mancini does the score for it, and he's a really good composer. It is very melodic. The score is very melodic and even has some synthesizers incorporated in, which is a very nice touch. Overall, Speed is a decent movie. I wouldn't really call it my favorite movie because the climax and some of the dialogue are pretty bad, but it has a pretty intense story that is balanced with some actually good dialogue and good production values, especially the score. At the end of the day, I can see why it was popular, or is popular. I give Speed 3 out of 5 stars with the title of Worth Watching. Anyway, I'm Spike Robot. If you like this video, you can subscribe to my channel, and feel free to support me on Patreon and follow me on Instagram. Sorry, I got a notification. If you support me on Patreon, you can get exclusive updates on my next video. And if you follow me on Instagram, you can see all the pictures I took in Venice, Italy, so go check those out if you want. I'll see you next time on another Freedom Jingos.